The guy I cheated with destroyed my boyfriend's soul, and I don't even care. Just a few days ago, I had an insane sexual encounter. This is by far the best sexual experience I ever had, and after always having fantasies about cheating and reading so many other cheating stories, the fact that I got to experience one for myself was surreal, and I wanted to share it. My boyfriend got into an argument with this European guy at the bar we go to over some fight that just happened in boxing. They were arguing about who won, and my boyfriend was a little drunk and just going on about it and then started calling this guy a pussy, and the guy was getting ready to start fighting with him. So I got in the way and tried to just move him away and out of there so that this didn't turn into anything crazy. The guy clearly wasn't drunk and was huge, like 6 foot something, and I could tell it wasn't going to be good. So when I started to pull him away, the guy started to say, "It's sad that that beautiful girl of yours has to manage that mouth of yours." And then he looked at me and said something like, "I don't want to hurt him, beautiful. Just get him away from here." This obviously enraged him, and he started charging at this guy, and the European guy started wailing on him and knocked him down after a few punches were thrown. At this point, I'm just trying to get us out of that situation, and my boyfriend gets up and starts calling him a pussy again, and then the guy looks at me dead in the eyes and was like, "Buddy, keep it up, and I'm gonna fuck the hell out of your sweet girl." I can't explain to you why, but him saying that just triggered some sort of primal arousal in me that I have never felt. I believed him when he said it, and it turned me on. So of course my boyfriend attacked the guy again, and this time the guy really beat the hell out of him, and we got kicked out of the bar. They were going to call the cops on my boyfriend, and the guy told them not to and to forget about it. They went back inside, and he told me to send him home in an Uber. He was beat up, and I called it, and the driver got there in a few minutes. In between him getting there, the European guy was telling me how dumb my boyfriend was for doing that, and the danger he was putting me in for doing stupid shit like that. I just listened to him lecturing, and when the driver got there, I got in the car with him, and he told me no, send him home, stay here. I knew what he was doing, and I listened to him, and I stayed, and they took him home. He told me he was staying not too far away from there, and I should come home with him. I went with him in his car, knowing full well that he was going to fuck me and humiliate my boyfriend like he said he would, and I've never felt so nervous and turned on at the same time before. The moment we got into the motel he was staying at, he started kissing me and just picked me up and threw me on the bed. Everything about it was honestly like I was in some sort of porno. He unbuckled his jeans and pulled out his penis, and of course it was huge. I don't know if they run big in Europe, but what was so impressive about it wasn't just how long it was, but that it was thick. He just pulled my head to it and put it in my mouth, and after a minute when it was really hard, he told me to get my phone and unlock it. He took it from me and started recording me sucking his dick and asked me what my boyfriend's name was on my phone. I knew what he was doing, and I didn't care. I told him, and he sent it to him right then and there while I sucked his dick. After that we had sex, and my phone started going off. My boyfriend was calling my phone, and he answered it while he was fucking me. He was telling him what did I tell you I would do, and was trash-talking him, and then started pounding me hard and deep to make me scream, and actually just put the phone right to my ear and started slamming me faster, and I was losing it. I could hear my boyfriend on the phone saying something, but I don't even know what it was, and he just kept fucking me for a good while until I finally came, and it was spectacular. It was honestly just a complete shock throughout my entire being, lol. And he didn't even care, he just kept going, and eventually finished. I don't know when my boyfriend hung up, but by the time he was done, he wasn't on the phone anymore. He put his clothes back on and paid for my ride back home, and that was the end of it. He completely used me, and I let it happen, and I loved it. I felt gross, and at the same time, I didn't even care. My boyfriend was devastated and broke up with me the next day and called me a slut and a whole bunch of stuff, and that was the end of it. I don't regret it, and he was a douchebag anyway. And as evil as it is, I got such a twisted satisfaction out of the whole thing that I didn't even know I could have. And that was it. I've been a bit promiscuous in the past, but never done anything like that.